Hey, good afternoon. This is Eric over at 12 String Theory. I have a little science experiment for this afternoon because I thought it was kind of interesting. I've got a couple of EQ pedals here in the shop, and I was messing around with the scope and the signal generator, and I was kind of wondering if these things basically did what they claimed to do. So I have this set up signal generator. It's producing a sine wave at 1600 hertz, so it's equivalent to the 1.6K on the actual pedal. Right now the pedal's off. If you turn the pedal on, you can see there's no real change in the waveform, which is good. In the level control, you turn it up and you get more gain, which is not unexpected. So the 1.6K control here for that EQ band, you turn it up and it increases the gain, which makes sense because it's, that's what the signal generator is producing. Now, what's interesting is you go to these adjacent bands like the 800 and you get a little bit of a twitch, but nothing significant even when you turn it all the way up. And the same thing at the 3200, 3.2K up here. So I think the EQs are usually rated with a Q, which is basically almost, you can think of it how wide or how narrow the EQ band is when it adjusts it. So this one seems to be relatively good in that it only adjusts what you want it to. And again, you turn it off and it doesn't do anything. Now, for comparison, I have this MXR pedal here also, which is kind of similar except for it doesn't have a separate level control. It just has individual controls for the different bands. And this one's also kind of nice because it doesn't have very high power requirements. But anyway, so you can see the pedal's on right now. Pedal's off. Again, it doesn't really change the waveform. The 1.6K 1600 does exactly what it's supposed to do. But you go to the adjacent bands like the 3.2, and it has a pretty significant impact compared to that Boss pedal. Even down at 400, it makes it twitch a little bit. So, basically, I think the bands on this are probably quite a bit wider than what's in the Boss pedal. So it's one of these things that I think the Boss pedals tend to cost more. So if you're looking for something that's a little bit more precise, then the Boss might be the way to go. And it's kind of interesting because a lot of times it's hard to compare these things, as far as there's no specs or anything like that. So it's kind of nice to be able to test stuff and see what it actually does. So anyway, that's it. Hope you find it interesting. Take care. Bye now.